Good morning and welcome back to another Novopangea Beginner Guide where we're going to talk about the new residential buildings. These are going to be essential for being able to use your skilled workers. In the past, you could go ahead and finish your work and just rest anywhere you wanted. You could sit on the streets and rest. But now that they've introduced the new residential buildings, you need to be able to rest in the building. So you need to have either your own to access or access someone else's in the realms. Initially, when they first started this, the residential buildings, the Novopangea team basically had a number of residential buildings around just to help people out as they adjusted to the new way of life. That has now changed, or it will be slowly changing, and those residential buildings will be reduced. So you're going to have to either rely on your own residential buildings or fellow players. So let's go ahead and talk about the residential buildings themselves. We are in the space realm, and these are what they look like. They work similar to any other buildings. You can go ahead and upgrade them like usual. If you go ahead into buildings and you go ahead into, we'll show you one being upgraded. You go that little arrow that points up, click on that. This will be upgrading from a level 2 to level 3. They have a max right now of level 3, but there is a potential in the near future that they will be increased to level 4, that availability to go ahead and boost them up. But that is a future update, probably not at the time you're watching this. There are 3 levels. The first level allows you to rest three different skilled workers, and it's a 24-hour duration. Level 2 allows you to do 4 skilled workers with a 24-hour duration. And then level 3 also lets you do 4 skilled workers, but it decreases the time to 18 hours. Please note that there's been rumors that this could potentially change as far as the timing goes. I've heard some rumors that they're potentially reducing that 24 hours to 12 hours, which means the level 3 would be reduced also to under 12 hours. But at the time of the recording, it is still 24 hours. We'll do a follow-up video when that happens. All right, in order to upgrade your buildings, as I mentioned, you go to buildings, you go ahead and click on this, and you click on upgrade if you have the resources. You can see resources to upgrade from level 2 to level 3 is 270 obsidian and 3,375 building materials. But if you want to go from a level 1 to a level 2, it's 9 obsidian and 1,125. You just click on the upgrade, you wait 9 hours, and then you get to this point where you can go ahead and finalize the upgrade. Just click on finalize. It's very similar to the other buildings if you went through the process of upgrading any buildings or watching the video around upgrading buildings. You upgrade, and all of a sudden you are now in level 2. All right. In order to use these, it's very similar to sending skilled workers out to work. You have multiple options. You can go ahead and click on a building, just make sure that there is some availability, and then you go ahead and you click on your skilled workers. We're going to go ahead and do 3 of them, and you click on add skilled workers. You'll see right now I have the capacity of 1 of 4 is in there working, so I can put 3 more in here. We'll go ahead and do that, and then it's going to ask me to go ahead and feed them. Depending on the level of your skilled worker will depend on how much you feed them. These are level 3 skilled workers, so it's 25 food apiece. You click on rest worker, and then you go ahead and wait the time frame, and they'll be available to work again. Another option to go to using these residential buildings, you can go into the inventory, you can go to workers, and you can see here that there's an option to go ahead and rest all, and there's actually 2 options. There's one in my buildings, so I do have 4 spots available. I can just click on that and automatically arrest it. If you don't have 4 spots in your own, you want to check out this one. Any available building, you can go ahead and feed and rest all of your skilled workers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my own buildings, click on that button, and let's see if it does it. It just asked to feed all of them since there's 4 of them. And there we go. We successfully put them all in residential buildings. It'll take a second, but this will update and go to 0. Maybe I'll have to close out of it. But those are the 2 ways that you can go ahead and put skilled workers to rest. You see now that they are all at rest. And if I scroll through, you won't see, except in the shadow realm you'll see some, but we're focused on the space realm right now. One of the other neat features, and this is probably one of the best features of the new residential buildings. In the past, when you're resting your skilled worker, you could use a speed up on that individual skilled worker. The thing that's changed with residential buildings is now you can use that speed up on the entire building. So instead of one skilled worker getting sped up, you can speed up to 4 skilled workers. If you go ahead and you click on here, you'll see that this one does have a legendary speed up on it. I'll show you in a different screen also, but the rent is 0.5 for 18 hours. So with the legendary, I'll go ahead and be able to rest these up every 18 hours. If you have an epic card, you can go ahead and do a little bit less. If you are lucky enough to have a mythic, you can cut it in half. So as of the time of this recording, it would be 12 hours. The way you go ahead and put a speed up in there is, again, you go to inventory, you go to the buildings, and you look for a building that doesn't have a speed up on it. So let's go ahead and do the new building. Actually, no, I don't have that available, but you'll see these all have speed ups. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and stake this residential building. This guy is mine right here. Let's go ahead and rent it out. It's going to take a second for it to show that it is rented out to my, and then I'll go ahead and show you how to stake the residential building. It's similar to staking any other building that you have. It's a rental of 7 days for the land, and then you go ahead and stake a building onto it. It does take a second, so you're going to have to bear with me. All right, now you can see that the land is ready to be occupied, or basically you put a building down there, you stake your building, and you wait a second, it'll give you the confirmation, and this will pop, your building will pop up here shortly. To go ahead and add a speed up to it, you come over to inventory, you go to buildings, and you'll see this is the new building that I have there. You set the rent. I personally and currently use all my residential buildings for my personal use. Down the road, I'll have enough residential buildings where I can go ahead and rent it out to other people. If you do rent it out to other people, it's 0.5 obsidian per skilled worker. And then once you have that out there, let's scroll down and find it. Here we go. This is the one that I just put in there. You'll see the add speed up button. You click on add speed up, and you can either use, I have a spare legendary that I just got from one of their pack breaks. So go ahead and check out those pack breaks if you can win some cool things out of those. And then I have some epics. Just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and use an epic. You hit select, and then you'll see it updates as far as the speed up. It'll go ahead and look like this, where it says 12 speed up power. And then you can go ahead and start putting skilled workers in there. And then when you're done with the skilled workers, it's just like before. You just go to the inventory, and you go ahead and you wake those skilled workers up. That's all you have to do is click that button, and it wakes all of them up at one time, and you can go ahead and use those skilled workers in some of your production buildings or other people's production buildings. All right, I hope this was helpful. The residential buildings is a slight change to the overall gameplay, but I think it's overall a positive one because it just doesn't make sense that your skilled workers can just rest anywhere. It's nice that they actually have a place to rest. And if you want to be a land mogul, you can go ahead and get a whole bunch of residential building because there's a lot of people that don't have them right now. You can rent out to them. I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a great day. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have any other Novopangea guides that you're looking for. Thank you. Bye.